I understand the position of Candace Owens, and I understand that she can't really go against Erika Kirk publicly, or hasn't been able to go against Erika Kirk publicly because of what that would insinuate. That would insinuate that Candace maybe would have had some romantic feelings for Charlie Kirk. People would say that online, if nothing else, right? Or that would insinuate that she's just completely insensitive to somebody you're calling your best friend or one of your best friends in the world, that being the mother of his kids and his widowed wife. You want to be sensitive to that if you're Candace Owens. But it seems like she's finally saying some things that we all can see with our own eyes. And no matter what is marketed to us or what's portrayed in the media, we all have eyes, brains, ears, and we can see, hear, and think for ourselves. And we look at Erika Kirk and we say, something's not right about this widow. A lot of us have lost people. I know for somebody like me, I've been involved in many situations and been around a lot of people where lives have been lost. And I've seen people grieve in many different ways. I haven't seen none of that from Erika Kirk. It's been very weird. She almost looks like Wendy Bird after, if you've seen the Ozark show, you remember when Wendy Bird first got Ruth Langmore's father killed. That was the first person that Wendy Bird killed in the show, or gotten killed in the show, and how she changed after that. Her demeanor changed, her everything changed after that. That's what I see when I see Erika Kirk. Similar thing. And Candace Owens is finally putting some pieces together and saying, hey, this don't sound right. You guys told us this. It don't sound right. Listen to what Candace had to say.
Told that within the minute of Charlie getting shot, he called both Erika and he called both Robbie McCoy. And that's one of those little things that's really messing with me. Because the implication here is that the call with Erika had to be fast. Okay. The implication here is that the call with Erika had to be fast.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to imagine you get a phone call, okay,
I'm imagining
whoever, saying that the person that you love most in this world and the person that you are married to has been shot.
Instant panic.
How fast are you getting off that phone?
I'm not getting off that phone.
You're staying on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking questions. There's a series of questions that need to be answered. You
Right
scream.
now.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Where are you guys?
Where is he?
Mm-hmm.
Where do I go? Blah, 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 blah. Is he okay? I mean, there are a litany of questions that would be asked.
100%.
I do know that you're asking a series of questions, which means naturally, if what he is saying is true,
mm-hmm.
and until they reunited, which does not happen in our eyesight, we do not see Blake and Mikey reunite when we track Mikey all the way straight down to the left, okay? 12:23 minutes.
These are the people that are on video when Charlie Kirk was shot. These are the people that, when she's saying Blake and Mikey, these are the guys that were around Charlie Kirk. And they're saying that this is what happened and that bunch of phone calls made. I'm going to show you guys that after she finished.
It's got to be over by the time he sees his lip quiver, by the time he says, I have to call Erika, and then he's going to call Erika, and I'm supposed to believe what? This was a 15-second phone call?
No.
Hey, Charlie's been shot. Got to call you later. Because I got to call my dad and ask him to pray. By the way,
that's crazy.
That one, too, doesn't make sense.
Don't make any sense at all. So she's starting to finally, seems like, put pieces together and say, hold on, they're giving us a story that it don't add up. And I said this from the beginning when it comes to what Erika Kirk was saying when she first got on Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel. That first statement she made 2 days after he was shot. And she said, I can't remember the last time I slept. And it's like, you can't remember the last time you slept 2 days ago. He was just here. What are you talking about? That right there is like a micro lie that shows us. And like my grandmother used to say, once you lie about one thing, I got to question every truth you've ever told me. So right there, it seemed like, hold on, something's not right. We're not getting the full story. And then she's just completely, if you guys haven't been paying attention, like it's been a complete psyop, like of his platforms, of Charlie Kirk's platforms, man, like completely. They've taken over his platforms all the way. And when you go to a Charlie Kirk page, watch, I'm going to show you guys right here. When you go to a Charlie Kirk page now, like if I just go to his TikTok page or his YouTube channel or whatever it is, whatever you want to go to, pick one. It doesn't matter. His Instagram, any of it. When I click on it, the first things that I see is her now. It's like all you see is Erika Kirk. It's this huge marketing push behind her. And I keep saying it, man, it feels more like it's a successor than a grieving widow. It feels like a grieving successor to the company rather than a grieving widow. And so she's just received an award. And I'm going to show you guys that in a second as well. But this is what Candace Owens is referring to when they say that, we're being told that calls were made and Erika was called and then she got off the phone quick. And so she broke down and she posted this herself as well, what she was going through and what the moment was like when Charlie first got shot. and exactly where she was and what happened. Let's listen to Erika Kirk's own words.
My mom's doctor's appointment. I have my phone and I see the video coming of him flinging out the hats.
We all saw that video.
And I said, Mom, look, it started. So we saw the hats being flung. I put my phone down and it was on silent, so I had no reason to look back at it. When I moved my mom, I went
Her
back
phone
to
was
grab
on
my
silent.
phone, and that's when Mikey started calling me. He called me within seconds.
I called Erika. I just remember it rang like 3 or 4 times. I didn't know what to say. Those are the words that will change someone's life forever, and you have to be the one to say it. That was the first time I've ever.
She said that the phone was on silent. She had no reason to look at it, yet somehow she looked at it to pick up the phone call from him because the phone rang 3 times according to him. So she saw it within 3 rings, but it was on silent. She had no reason to look at it. Like,
I called her during a campus tour stop.
And so Mikey called me, and I'll never forget him just being like, Charlie's been shot. He's been shot. Get the kids. Get security. Get the kids. Get the kids. He's been shot. I sprinted out of her treatment center. Just collapsed in the middle of the parking lot.
there's that.
Called her
There she go, wiping tears that ain't there again.
security.
Her eyes ain't even red, bro.
Yeah. Unbelievable nightmare.
They also talking about this like it happened 2-3 years ago. Like, bro, this was literally like less than 2 months ago that this all happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't something this should still be fresh.
A moment there where people thought Charlie would survive.
Mm-hmm. There were so many things going on at that one moment. It was so hard to actually know and hear what was going on because you're getting phone calls in and out.
Nah.
And hindsight, the way the bullet hit him, he died instantaneously.
He was pronounced dead.
Mm-hmm.
He died on the scene.
Well, yeah, we know.
But I'm so glad he didn't suffer.
Man, we can't even get that. I know they say the phrase is the Oscar goes to, but that ain't no Oscar, bro. What's the award you get for a Tubi movie? That's we giving her a Tubi award. You get a Tubi for this. So she's accepted, and mind you, since then she's just been on a press run like we've never seen before, bro. She was just at the Oval Office, hanging out with President Trump, kissing Trump, and all that. Like, bro, what you would think that you would see this woman around her kids, his family, some other people that like are involved. Like, look at this, bro. And it's like you putting on an act. You in the Oval Office putting on an act. You accepting awards on behalf of this man. I want you guys to hear the statement that she made when accepting this award. And she said that it was all about her legacy first, which is a crazy thing. Man, listen to this. Let's just listen to what she said from her own words.
Tell myself and others that America is worth fighting for. And it is, always will be.
She was expecting
And I know this award is about legacy. It's about my legacy, our children's legacy, my husband's legacy, but it's also about your legacy.
You accepted an award on behalf of Charlie Kirk after he was assassinated less than 2 months ago. And your statement is
Legacy, my husband's legacy, but it's about my legacy.
It's about my legacy.
And I know this award is about legacy. It's about my legacy.
What?
Our children's legacy, my husband's legacy, but it's also about your legacy.
How?
And I really want you to take a minute tonight to think about what that is.
How is this in any way about your legacy? In any way? It just, the things that we're seeing, they make no sense. And sometimes we try to make sense of things that don't make any sense. Because a lot of us are empaths. And a lot of us just have basic decency and say, you know what? She must feel like this because I would feel like this in this situation. But when you look at the overall situation, it's very, very strange. A lot of lies for no reason, a lot of marketing, a lot of promo, a lot of press run. And to me, as a marketing guy, somebody that I made all my money being a great marketer, a lot of my money being a great marketer. When I sit back, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, if you're one of those people in that camp of Erika Kirk right now, you're saying, hey, a crisis is a terrible thing to waste. What we need you to do is get ahead of this and strike while the iron is hot. They care about Charlie's death today. We're never going to have a bigger marketing moment than right now, right after Charlie passed away. I know that you're probably sad, but we need to get you out there in front of everybody. And if we're going to have things turn around, and if you're going to take over this company, and if you're going to do this, then you're going to have to get out there. And everything in her background that we've researched and studied shows that this is kind of a position she's always wanted. She walked into Turning Point to get a job. Turning Point is the company that Charlie Kirk owns. She walked in Turning Point to get a job from Charlie Kirk and ended up walking out with the boss. Is that a win or a loss for her? She walked out married to that man and sleeping with him. But you went in for a job, meaning you wanted to be a part of that. She started her own nonprofit back in the day. It didn't take off quite like Charlie. She's always been self-proclaimed a career woman. She never really wanted to be at home with the kids, but it's something that Charlie wanted of her, so she compromised. We all know feminists, radical feminists, I should say. Do they ever? Look, man, the whole thing is weird. The whole thing is weird. She studied in college. She studied political science and international affairs. Sound like you always want to be in politics. There's pictures of her in the Pentagon before meeting Charlie Kirk. I believe it was she was a competitor in one of Trump's pageants or something like that. They say. I don't know what that's about, but there's some type of connection to Trump allegedly before meeting Charlie Kirk. Everything the Miss Arizona, like, come on, everything there seems like, no, you were there and you were placed in Charlie Kirk's life for a reason, to do a job, and that's what it feels like and looks like. We don't know, but that's what it feels like and looks like. And the more that she talks, and the more that she goes after this marketing tour, and then she's on a world tour, and they're still doing the tours, not the college tour, but they're still doing Charlie Kirk's tour without Charlie Kirk. And now you're taking over his platform, and it just makes it look like you were the perfect person from a marketing perspective. Who else are we going to put there that people are still going to receive her as Charlie Kirk more than Charlie Kirk's wife? We could have put another interim CEO in place of the company, but who would be received more and who would it be better for marketing wise to put there than Charlie Kirk's wife? Nobody's ever going to question this is what Charlie would have wanted because, well, his wife say this is what he would have wanted. So she would know more than anybody. It's a very easy play to put her in place. And it just all looks weird, man. That's all I got to say about it on this one. If she keeps talking, I'll keep talking. We'll bring more of what she says to the platform and break it down. But right now, it looked funny. When we hold it up to the light and we see if it's real, it don't look like it's real. Look a little funny in the light, man. And I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys on the next video.